and we've had this trend on the show a few times, but how the NHL seems to be afraid of letting their players have a personality. Like, they want eyes on the game and they want to showcase all of this talent and these people, but at the same time they're like, but be this person when you're being an ambassador.
Yeah, you couldn't be more right. I always thought it was interesting. Everybody sees the memes and they're making fun of guys like, we got to go hard for 60 minutes and just hockey players talking. It's just, some guys now are still so bad, but the NHL doesn't want personalities. Like, you hit the nail on the head there. Like, I've always thought, wow, we got some funny guys, but the culture of hockey, if a guy went out and said what he really thought or did something crazy, and it's changing now, but when I was playing, if you would have said something, maybe offside or a little bit like borderline, you'd go into the room and then the older guys would be all over you and you'd never say it again. And now that culture's changing a little bit where guys have a little bit of personality. Guys are on social media, they're dressing different, they're doing some different things, which is great. I think it's awesome. Like, I've said it, like, hockey players are the most fascinating people in the world, and there's so many different personalities in the dressing room, and you never get to see 3/4 of them. You see some of these guys, and I played with a ton of hilarious guys, and you watch them do interviews, and they're just boring as all hell. You're like, who is this guy talking? I don't know who that guy is. Like, that is not how you are all the time. Like, show some emotion. You like, hockey's still 20 yards behind every other sport in that aspect for sure.
Well, it's interesting when you said, you had that culture of the Sedins kind of leading the way, like, hey, we're going to do this all as a group. I think that's one thing, and I try to explain it to people who are big hockey fans but don't understand kind of the minutia of what goes on in a locker room. It's no different than an office. You got people that get along, you got people that go for lunches, you got people that don't talk. Maybe they don't like each other. They're willing to work for a collective goal for the company, but they're not hanging out outside. And dressing rooms kind of operate a lot like that too.
Exactly the same. I love having conversations with people, and they like when you kind of pin it that way to them, and I say it all the time, it's exactly the same. You're not going to get along with everybody. If there's 20 people in an office, they're not all getting along. They're not all best friends. They're gonna work together and be like, it's no different in a hockey room. Like, let's call a spade a spade. You get 23 different personalities. They're all not going to get along. And there's lots of times there's fights and you don't get to see half it behind the scene. And
all we see is hugging after goals.
That's all you get to see is wow. And then when you pin it to people, you tell people, well, it's no different. Like, hockey is exactly the same. And they're like, wow, I never thought about it that way. Because I don't like that guy at work. I don't like that guy at work. Like, yeah, it's no different. It's no different. Why would it be any different? Because they're on TV or it's something different. Like, it's exactly the same. It's a really good point.
I don't know if you've seen, there's this one hockey wife. She's married to this dude who's playing over in Europe the last couple of years. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but she does this TikTok series where she'll sit down with him and ask him dumb questions like what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So, like, are all 20 of you guys like friends? Like, do you all get along, like hang out? And he's like, no. There's a couple guys that hate each other. Really? But like you said, you guys are all hugging after goals. What doesn't mean we like each other? Yeah. And she's built a whole brand off it. It's hilarious.
It's amazing. Yeah, I gotta check it out. But it's so true. Like, absolutely, we put on the same jersey. Like, I'm going to war for you. Like, that's just that's part of being on a team. But if have a choice if I want to hang out with you or not, I don't like you. Like, I'm not going to hang out with you. Like,
it doesn't mean you're not going to feed a sweet one-timer.
No, it doesn't mean I'm not going to be happy for you. Like, that's part of being a team. Like, not everyone's going to get along. Not everyone likes each other. Like, if you had everybody that was exactly the same and they all liked each other, man, it would be a boring world.
You ever had that happen where you ask a guy, hey, you want to hang out, go for lunch, go grab a coffee? No, I'm good, Weiser. No thanks.
You know what? I honestly can't say that I did. I think I'm the type of guy, I kind of got along with everybody. I think that was, and not calculated or anything. I just think I'm kind of an easygoing guy. Like, I could hang out with, a guy that's very high on himself and likes to talk about himself all the time. That's fine. Like, let's talk about you, man. Or, a little more reserved guy.
I'm tired of talking about me. Why don't you talk about me for a little while?
Yeah, exactly, right? Or, these European guys or American, whatever it is. Like, I kind of got along with anybody. So I never had that issue. That would have been weird, yeah.
That would have been a dagger. You want to go for coffee? No, I'm good.
Yeah,
sorry, man.
Yeah, maybe not today. It's like, oh, shit, that guy doesn't like me.
Ask him every day for 2 weeks, and he just keeps, no, I got that thing.
Go grab a coffee?
We're on the same schedule, dude. I know what you're doing today.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.